Welcome back to the domain of underground living and farming, my fellow Going Medieval fans. I have another episode full of digging and underground construction for you, along with lots of village management and even some deconstruction of past projects. Because I'm really low on wood at this point during the winter, I will be deconstructing my leftover prototype of the Staircase of Doom, which is in the middle of the new big one. Also, I finished moving all my production workbenches underground, like the kilns and furnaces. This will mean I no longer have any need to visit topside for any kind of production, just some resource harvesting, collection and hunting. My villagers will be creating themselves some new armor and helmets while digging out the setup for the underground tree greenhouse. It turns out to be very difficult to design a huge hole from within a hole, so it takes me a while to make and start executing a plan for that tree greenhouse. For more info about such concepts, visit my guides and tutorials playlist linked up here and in the description. And we are back to the frozen world of the underground village and the Staircase of Doom, my prime design for dealing with intruders, raiders and bad packs of wolves. Now in this episode I do have a lot of stuff that I need to do, so I need to get the settlers to go up and about and deal with first this room, which needs to be cleared up completely. I need to get some of the iron that apparently is on this level down to my furnaces to turn into iron ingots and then later into steel ingots. I need, as I said, for this to be dug, for them to move the kilns down here, and I will have to move the rest of the furnaces and kilns also down there. Now up here I am kinda in a problem because, whoop, still a wolf carcass here. Who was it that was supposed to do this? You. Okay. First thing you're going to do when you wake up is go get that wolf carcass. Anyway, that's from the previous episode when I took down that wolf pack. But as I was trying to say, I lack wood. And that is a big problem currently. Now there are some places that I can find some wood. For example, here in this original design for the Staircase of Doom, I have a lot of wood that's actually just stuck here. So what I'm going to do is go and find the beginning of it, or should I say the end of it, from looking from the top, and then start to deconstruct it so that I can actually get some wood back. And I do have some other outcroppings here that I also do not need anymore, and I'm going to deconstruct these as well. So I'm just going to have to be careful so that I don't deconstruct more than I want to. So I'm gonna go like this and hope that this isn't gonna go down below and deconstruct something else. Nope, so far so good. Okay, so we'll keep. Okay, what did I just deconstruct? See, this is really annoying. When you use the mass deconstruction option from here, you actually end up deconstructing stuff that's layers up below the layer that you actually wanted to deconstruct. So as you can see, that is why I usually go and manually click on stuff, because I don't want to deconstruct stuff that I don't want to deconstruct. Oh wait, I can't really deconstruct this because it's holding up this. I mean, it's not exactly holding it up. I do have these pillars of stone, of limestone holding it up. Yeah, I think I can get rid of these because the limestone and the wooden beam that's going through the middle should be enough to hold everything together. So I'm going to start with the construction of these, and I think it's going to be okay. I just need to, as I said, get some wood back and doing it in any way that I can. I'm going to deconstruct this as well, because I no longer need it up here, as I have moved almost all of my production down there. And when talking about down there, there is this place here that's now been totally dug out, and I can move the rest of the kilns down there. I'm going to use the new option, relocate from content update 2, and then relocate these kilns over here so that I can work with them. And then the furnace also needs to be moved down there, and I will put it on to this side. So bake me some more clay bricks, but do not use wood or coal in the baking of those. Now going back, they have deconstructed pretty much everything that I told them to deconstruct so far, and I can keep on doing this. So I'll let them deconstruct these over here. I should be able to get some more wood back that way. So as you can see, the top here is holding on nicely. There are no losses of stability. They should be picking this up. Anyway, let's go back down here, because there we go, this was finished, because I kind of wanted to have more production of chronicles than production of textbooks, because it ended up that I have a lot of textbooks but not enough chronicles to research new tech. So that is why I'm going to switch this over to until you have 57. And then I'll go with this one forever. And then I should have 2 people on the job to research. That's Edward, who has the high skill, and Elvase, or whatever her name is, here that she has priority of 2, which is only behind coalescence, which is 1. So yeah, she might as well have 1 at that point. Now, one of the things that I kind of messed up in the previous episode, and you reminded me of it, and thank you for that, as I always value suggestions, is that when you set up the hauling and stewardship to 1, all the other priorities of 1 that are on the left from steward and haul will be done first. So you don't have to worry about if you set up steward and hauling like I did here on 1, and then have mining at 1, you don't have to worry that they'll do stewardship or hauling jobs before mining, because mining is over here to the left, just like tend is. That is why tend and convalescence are so far to the left, because this is their health, and there's nothing more important than that for them to do than to lay down or heal somebody. And that is why you can use number 1 or 2 priority on the left side as much as you want, and don't worry about it if you have used it already on the right. Now, there we go. She's doing research over here, and he'll probably do here or here, and then we'll just be researching Chronicles, which will allow me to unlock more tech. Now, what of this have I unlocked but not really used? Furniture 2. I think I actually unlocked that so that I would get armor racks. There we go. But yeah, wood 46. So I can't really do anything with that. Anyway, I can destroy, I think, all of this because they won't be climbing up here anymore. And then once they pick up all the wood that's up here, I can start deconstructing the rest of it. How is my greenhouse here going? Beets are ripening, 4 days until they are ripe, 13 for cabbage, and 2 days and 14 hours for carrots. They have not planted anything over here in the red currant shrubs. Like I showed you that you can actually, this was another suggestion from you, so once again, thank you very much. As you told me that it is possible to plant grass, trees, and red currant shrubs in actual rocky ground, while it is not possible to do that with any of the other plants. Now, my underground tree greenhouse has hit a rock bottom. I mean, in a sense, really, because I've hit granite. I kind of didn't pay attention to just how deep this map is, and when you look at it, it's not that deep. This layer down here, that's granite. You can't really grow anything in it. And I actually hit that level when I took my stairs all the way to here. So what I have to do now to actually be able to plant trees is plant them on a level above this, so this level. And I have to actually exit onto that level from a staircase, and that can be done from this spot here or this spot over here. Now I just have to check what is above that, so it's solid ground. Okay, so I can definitely cut over here on this. Okay, that's not actually the right level, and that's not the right command. No, not that one either, this one. So I don't want to cut this level because that's dirt where I want to plant trees. I want to cut the level above so that I can actually enter this level. And then from there, I'll just keep on digging and then create a room that has to actually be open a lot, meaning that it's going to be open all the way to this level. So 3 or 4 levels at least deep so that it can actually support trees. But another thing that I have to be careful of is how I dig, because I actually have to be able to create those wooden beams up here on the top level. So what actually the best idea is to have beams going from here over to the right, and then just have beams going from left to right, left to right, left to right, and then them in kind of a thicker formation like I did over here for this room. And you can see that it does cost more wood, but it provides a lot more stability. Oh, and this is ready, so we can go with more steel production forever. Now let's go back to over here and designing this. So now that I have dug this, I can dig a hole and then support it with wooden beams, but I need to support it upstairs. So I need to dig pretty much every one of these levels, and then on the top level, actually build those supports. So now that I have this dug, this level here, I can take a look at how many levels do I have available for my trees to grow. So if I were to dig this one, that would be 2 levels. If I dig this one, that's going to be 3. If I dig this one, it's going to be 4. And if I were to dig this one, it would be 5. But then I would be coming up on the top here. So this is the level that I do not wish to dig out, and that means 4 levels, which is exactly how much I think these trees will need to actually grow to their full size underground. So that is the 4 levels that I need dug. But I'm not going to be digging from the top because I haven't really supplied myself with room to get into that part. But I'm going to start with the bottom here and then go and continue digging in such a way that I do like a staircase moving up until I reach the last level, which I will not dig, but underneath which I will place the wooden beams for supports. Now this of course will require a lot of wood, but by the time I have dug this, I think it will be spring and I'll be able to cut a lot of wood out here in the forest. So I can just keep on going through here and going through here, but I do have to remember that wooden beams only go so far. They go for the maximum of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is how far I can go, and I cannot go further. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the pillar. So this is the pillar where I cannot cut. So this one has to remain here, and then I can build wooden beams from left to right, and then I can leave this in and then go again 10 from left to right. So I'm just going to go up to here at this point, and I'm going to stop them from doing this. I'm just going to have this area dug here. How far do I want to go up here? Well, I want to go, let's see, I don't really have to worry about anything over here being dug above ground, so I can go pretty big. I'm gonna go huge actually. I'm gonna go with like 20 or so. Yeah, I'm gonna go this big, and then I'll turn over to the left. So I'll leave them to it. They will dig out a lot of clay, which I will be able to use in my clay kilns, which are working full time over here. There's probably like 25 degrees in this room. Yeah, it is. So let's move on to some other stuff. I'm making over here leather helmets because I have a lot of leather from all those wolves and deer. And I have produced some mail armor, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If we can find it, flimsy and fine. Wait, this is fine steel. Yeah, and this is flimsy. Unfortunately, he made some flimsy as well, which is really bad. Who created that? Smithing at 6, smithing at 7, smithing at 9, smithing at 1. So smithing at 2 and 20. So I've got one at 26 and one at 20, but it was probably one of those other settlers with lower smithing skills that finished the production of that mail armor, and that is why instead of fine I got flimsy. So that is something I will have to deconstruct, and I will go with this and set it to just go up to sturdy actually. Yeah, I don't want to take out good. So they'll destroy that and I will remake it, and that is a little bit of a problem. You can't really tell them if you allow them to be the settlers who are going to be working on the furnaces with their smithing skill. As you can see, it requires a smithing skill. They will also go here and work on the smithing skill and then produce low quality armor. So basically what I would have to do to make sure that only my settlers who have the high skill go and create armor is choose them myself and then send them to work there, or disable all the other villagers from using their smithing skill while I want to craft armor. So it's either one or the other, and this time around I'm going to use this option. So he's praying, and I'm going to be here making sure that nobody else who has lower skill starts doing this. And let me check. Are you going to? Yeah, you are. And what is your skill? Your skill at smithing is 6, and you want to smith. Oh, you're making the leather helmet, right? Okay, so that's okay because you're a good tailor, and you're probably going to smith, well, not smith, but tailor some good armor. Why? Oh, you're enjoying entertainment. Okay, so in any event, yeah, next time that I'm smelting something out of armor, okay, cold snap, but that shouldn't really bother me unless I want to spend some time deconstructing this up here, but they're going to be really cold, although they deconstruct rather quickly, so I might as well tell them to deconstruct, for example, this stuff over here. So they construct this as well to get back some wood. Now, how are they with digging down here? What have they dug so far? Oh, well done. You've actually dug a lot. That's good. In order to climb upstairs and dig the next levels, how am I going to be pulling that off? Well, in essence, by going up with stairs. There's really no other way of doing that. And have them do a clay staircase. Let's try again. Blocked by... Oh, right, because the above level is blocking me, not below level. That's my bad. Okay, so yeah, I'll need to dig these 3 as well in order to let the stairs go up. My bad. Okay, they'll dig that and then build the stairs, and then they'll be able to climb up and dig the next level, and then I'll slowly go up until I reach the level that I need to dig. That's not the top level. And I could probably do the same thing for this part over here, but I'll wait until they go all the way through. Now, going back to deconstruction of all of this, is it minus 30? Yeah, it is. So they might get really cold if I leave them outside. Check out what's going on here with research. 48 chronicles and 56 textbooks. Okay, excellent. So I can go into shield production, or maces, or axes. I don't really have cool axes. What's else? Research and swords. Swords are excellent. Yeah, let's go with swords. So I'll unlock swords. I don't seem to have enough of a production of iron. Yeah, I'm out of iron ingots, so I'm gonna move this furnace from steel to iron. I'll do the same thing for this one, and I'll just leave this one over here for smelting steel. So leave them at that. Now, how much iron do I have left? 250 nuggets. So that's enough for a few more days of winter. What's going on over here? Production is idle, and because I should have enough leather for this to be made. What was the quality of the last helmet? Sturdy, good, good. That's excellent. That's really good. So that's good quality armor. Not the best. Sturdy over here. Yeah, not the best, but still good enough. I am not going to be deconstructing any sturdy leather helmets. I mean, they might not be the best, but I will slowly upgrade my equipment. How are they when it comes to their gear? So let's find a person with a leather helmet that has really low HP. So 20. Yeah. So where are you currently, Blake? So you're going to stop there. You're going to drop that item, and you're going to take a good helmet, especially because you're a melee character, melee fighter, and then I'll let you move on. Now let's see, the next person with low armor rating will drop that and give her a sturdy one. Go get the good one. Oh, and you have flimsy leather winter clothes. Any better? Good woolen. Yeah, why are you wearing these when I have better ones? That was really a stupid call. I must have forgotten to give them those. Okay, so that will improve her mood, that's for sure. Settlers are becoming annoyed. Hungry, lacking entertainment, and deprived of religious. Alfred, what is the problem with you? Alfred, you have 2 hours, and this is 2 a.m. and you haven't really used your time, it seems. Okay, I'll fix that by giving you leisure time from 3, 4 to 5, and then I'll just clean this out later. Have they dug this? No, why has this not been dug? Okay, who is free to dig? Yeah, you're going to mine. Excellent. And mine this here. Let's see you do it. Speed this up. Oh, so you don't have access to this? Yeah, she's going to mine over there instead of here. Yeah, they cannot mine above their heads. That is unfortunate. Okay, so because I totally forgot that they can't actually mine above their heads, this is going to remain a design here, like so. But I will have to start the dig from the level that is just below the surface. That's actually over here. And in order to do that, because I don't really have access to it, I am going to have to dig through here, which again I don't have direct access to. So what I will be forced to do is this: create some sort of a ramp here on, and just try this again, on this level, so that I can access this level, and that is the level that I want to cut out. But to start from here, make an entrance into this area here, and then move to the right to be just above this one. So that's going to be on here, like so, and that way I will be entering into this one. Just need to make sure that something is okay. Beam, beam, and beam. Yeah, so that's good. I'm going to enter through there, and then I'll dig from above to down. So yeah, that's something that I will have to do this way. It is kind of a kink in my plan, but it is just how I will have to make this work. So they will go through here. I will dig this pattern that I've already picked down here, but from above, and then get to the last level. So yeah, they have built this kind of a small ramp here, and they can access it from these staircases, and then I'll dig through here. Okay, so obviously I won't be having the 3 underground greenhouse anytime soon, but it is in progress. Now, what else was I going to have them do during this episode? Let's see over here. Steven is doing something here, and his skill at tailoring is 1. So he's dismantling stuff that is out of metal and that I don't need, for which he has a skill of smithing, which is 9. But that's okay, unless he mangles the resources, which is not gonna be really okay. He gains 60 XP and gives me 7 iron ingots. What exactly did he dismantle? So that's good, that's good, that's good quality. So he must have dismantled some weapon or armor that was not really good. Oh, he did dismantle the flimsy iron mail armor. But how did the one that was made out of steel ingots end up producing iron ingots? That's actually not something that I'm clear on. But in any event, leather 45 for a helmet. I could use a new helmet. How is the ripening going on here? 18 hours, 4 days. So definitely the stuff is growing through the winter. So the entire winter I had cabbage grown, but not planted again, which is interesting. So planting seems to be stopped at about 4th or 5th day, but the growth of this does seem to continue throughout the winter. So it's only the planting time which is most important. And as you can see, planting cabbage in winter isn't actually that optimal, because once you harvest it during winter, you can't plant it again. So maybe beets are the exception of this rule, what you should plant during winter, because definitely they take the longest to be ripening and be ready for harvesting, but they do produce a lot. So I'm going to try and see about the next winter planting only beets once winter comes, of course. So this one, Blake, he's going to dig this, and as I said, this is right above the level where I want to have this kind of a pad for the wooden beams dug. And so once he digs this, I need to go over to here, like so, up to this point, and then go over to the left, and of course go up as well. So they'll be doing that. Research is available. What can I get? Defensive structures. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a reinforced door for my entrance. And over here, preserving food, shields, research 3, axes, maces. I'm gonna unlock defensive structures this time around. And then I'll go up here, find my wooden door, and then see if I can just make the better version on top of it. Is it going to allow me to do so? No, it will not. Okay, so I'll deconstruct these and then make a new one. What's the temperature outside? -12. The cold times have passed. Oh yeah, I can't really deconstruct this because there's no pad to it anymore. I deconstructed the pad to it. So I'll take out the wooden beam, and then that will take out this floor tile here. It's happening right now. And then I'll deconstruct these, and then I can start deconstruction of pretty much everything, because they can do it from the ground level. I pretty much don't need these stockpiles anymore either, so I can get rid of those. And this one over here with the materials, I pretty much don't have any materials to set up here, so I can remove that too. And now everything looks much neater. As we're down here, how are they with digging? Yep, they are digging well. They are being fast at it because they do really have high mining skills. And I will leave them at it a few more episodes probably, until we get to the point where I can make that 3 greenhouse underground. Now, as for over here, Alduf, what did you... Oh, you were just deconstructing stuff. Okay. And do I now have enough? Well, I have some linen and 57 leather, so I can make another leather helmet. And then after that, I'll go with the production of some more armor. But for the armor, I will have to force them to not use, of course, iron or gold. And then fuel, not sticks or wood. Actually, not coal or wood, but sticks. And I'll put like 5 armors. But what I will have to do is to go to my jobs and disable the smithing skill on everybody but my best smiths, and therefore force them to create only good armor. Now what this will do is prevent me from doing much more smelting in the furnaces, because I won't have anybody except those two guys doing it, and they will be busy with this. But it is just how it's going to have to be, unless I want them to be creating poor quality armor. As for this has been used up, so this was back to a higher number because I had used like half of it, so I might as well put forever on it, and then I might as well find somebody else to do some research as well if I have anybody with high enough skill. 3, 2, 4, 8, 2, but with double stars, 6, 5. Well, I could let this person do this. Steven, he actually does cooking, but he's got nothing to cook with currently, I think. So let's put this at a 3. And yeah, I don't think he has much to cook because even though I harvested that cabbage, it was turned into meals very quickly. Okay, so how am I with drinks? Beers at 21, ale at 125, so I'm excellent with that. And over here, how are they with digging? They are actually being very quick about it, so that's excellent. Oh, what? Interestingly that happened. Shouldn't these give support? Yeah, you see, it's weird because it didn't happen on this side, where I have on this bottom level dug this, and then I'm digging once more above here, but that did not break. Oh no, look at me, I actually went and dug at the wrong level. How did you now manage to dig underneath? Oh, you didn't dig from underneath, you dug from above, but from this spot you dug this spot. Oh, so that's what happened. Okay, well, I need this dug over here and not on this level, so I will switch that over. So I need this dug, nothing underneath, and then I'll just have to actually put something, well, not wood because I don't really have much wood. I'll use, oh right, it cannot do it until he digs this. Yeah, so you see what happened? They cannot dig from underneath above, but what they can do is dig diagonally. From like over here, he managed to dig this one over here. I mean, isn't it more logical that he would be able to dig from underneath above than to be able to dig through a solid pillar? But yeah, that happened. Okay, it's fine. I was kind of scared that it was something about the supports, but it wasn't. It was just the weirdest thing about them able to be digging these pillars diagonally. And now I'll just have to put in like some flooring here to be actually able to dig the one that I actually wanted to dig. So it was mostly just me misclicking, but also them being able to do something that they shouldn't physically be able to do. But I hope it's another thing the developers will change along with the next content update. We have managed to harvest during winter. We'll harvest some more once this is all ripe. So all in all, it was a pretty good episode with lots of stuff done, some problems, but they have been overcome. Thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned for more episodes.